There have been 34 running backs that's finished as the RB1 who's attended the NFL Combine in the last 10 years. Now, we need to kind of look at these three areas that we need to look at in the Combine are either the broad jump, the 40-yard dash, and the speed score. Those are the three we have to look at. 27 of those 34 running backs had a 115 or better broad jump. That's 79% of the ones that had RB1 had a 115 or better. Of the 34 who had RB1 seasons, 17 ran for a 4.5 40-yard dash or better. That's 50% of them. And to sum it all up, let's talk about the speed score. 32 of 34 of the RB1s had either a 112 or better speed score. That's 94%. Now let's start going over the broad jump statistics. If we zoom in a little bit more, out of the 27 running backs who had a 115 or better broad jump, 10 of those 27 had a 126 or better broad jump. That's 37%. Of those 27 had the RB1 finishes as long as they had a 126 or above. Look at some of these studs. I mean, you talk about Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, David Johnson. You remember him back in the day? Aaron Jones had some good ones. Even Melvin Gordon, an absolute stud, right? There was a total of 26 out of 61 season finishes as the RB1 in that group. That's 43% of the RB1 finishes of everyone over 115 broad jump was in the 126 and above, right? 26 of those RB1 finishes was in that group. That's pretty close to having a 50-50 shot of having an RB1 in the group as long as they had a 126 or higher in the broad jump. There were 6 running backs that attended this year's Combine who had over a 126 or better broad jump. We're starting out with Quinshon Judkins, who scored a 132. I mean, he's a 6 foot, 221 pound back. He has exceptional burst and acceleration, which allows him to hit holes with lightning speed and turn small creases into big gains. He displays impressive contact balance, where I consistently see him breaking arm tackles and fighting for extra yardage. You also have DJ Giddens. He scored a 131. He's a 6 foot, 212 pound back, right? I mean, he has exceptional vision and patience, allowing the holes to develop before exploding through the gaps with burst and acceleration. He shows good contact balance and the ability to break tackles. You also have Amarian Hampton there out of North Carolina. He finished up with a 131, right? 6 foot, 221 pounds. He has excellent initial burst and capable of running from either a traditional style offense or even out of shotgun sets, right? He's extremely dangerous in the open field with vision and creativity to navigate defenses, right? You consistently see Hampton maintaining forward momentum through contact. You also have Bashal Tootin. He put up a 131 as well. 5'11", 209 pounds. He's an explosive accelerator, right? Who can hit top gear in a hurry and shows off that 4.3 40-yard dash time, which puts him in elite company for the position, right? He's a natural hands catcher who tracks the ball smoothly and shows impressive body control when adjusting to throws outside of his frame. He's a dangerous weapon in the screen game as well. I mean, he just knows how to set up his blocks and create after the catch in space type opportunities. Right? We also have Travion Henderson, the other running back out of Ohio State. He put up a 130 in the broad jump. 5'10", 202 pounds. He's an explosive one-step acceleration back, right? Just really allows him to hit the holes quickly, reach top speed in a flash. He has exceptional balance and lateral agility, which, really enables him to make sharp cuts without losing his momentum. Henderson demonstrates excellent vision as he uses his peripheral awareness to identify and exploit running lanes. Last but not least, we have to talk about RJ Harvey. He put up a 128 as well, above the threshold. He's a 5'8", 205 pound running back out of UCF. He has elite lateral quickness and jump cut ability as you see him, consistently making defenders miss in tight space and creating yardage where none exists. He has blazing speed and acceleration, right? So demonstrated by his ability to hit home runs and outrun defensive backs in the open field. Now let's go over the 40-yard dash statistics. As we said earlier in the video, 17 of the 34 prospects that finished as an RB1 ran a 4.5 or better in the 40-yard dash. You're looking at some of these guys who started at even the blazing speed: Devon A-Chain, Raheem Mostert out of Purdue, Jahmyr Gibbs, all running 4.36, 4.34, or 4.32 blazing speeds, right? These are guys who are finishing as RB1. We have to look at it. Well, let's just look at the guys we have labeled out so far for the broad jump. It's the same 6: Judkins, Giddens, Hampton, Tootin, Henderson, and Harvey. Which ones landed 4.5 or better? Well, they all hit the mark. Quinshon Judkins put a 4.48, DJ Giddens put a 4.43, Omarion Hampton put a 4.46, Tootin, he put a 4.32, Henderson had a 4.43, and Harvey with a 4.4 flat. Lastly, let's go over the speed score statistics. As I said earlier, 32 of 34 RB1 season performers had a 112 or better speed score. Out of the 6 running backs we have thus far, only 1 had a 112 or better speed score. That's Bashal Tootin. He ended up putting up a 118.29 speed score. You know, Judkins 109.73, DJ Giddens 110.09, Travion Henderson 104.9, RJ Harvey 109.39. But I have to say, Omarion Hampton should get an honorable mention here, right? He is right under that 112 speed score at a 111.71. He's a phenomenal running back. But, you know, I mean, we have to at least give him an honorable mention. So the question now arises, is Bashal Tootin the next big thing? He scored perfectly in all 3 categories that we went over. The broad jump, the 40-yard dash, and the speed score all hit above the thresholds that say he could be a RB1 for you. Remember the contact balance, right? Remember that he could be a home run hitter at any time. The hands looking really good. He's just really hard to bring down. Bashal Tootin has showed a lot at Virginia Tech. It's been a while since we could say, hey, look, we got one of these Hokies that we can really look at for fantasy football. Bashal Tootin, maybe even a 3rd round, early 4th round draft pick, depending on the situation he goes to, he could make some noise. Again, not everybody's going to hit, but the percentages is out there. I mean, it looks like there's a good shot one of these 6 guys should at least be an RB1. At least one, maybe even 2 of these guys could be an RB1 for your fantasy team. And if you're looking for these type of baseline numbers to shoot on, Tootin is the only one to hit on all 3, and Omarion Hampton was really close to hitting on all 3. So if you could say both of these running backs could be in this category, but you have to at least say Tootin. And he over a 4.3 40, you know, he's blazing speed. He's hard to tackle. He could be the next big thing. You got to put the guy on your list. But look, looking at the info combine, there's a lot of things that we have to kind of piece together to see what fits in line. This video right here is just to kind of open your eyes on some different things that happen in the NFL, right? So you never know what's going to come, you know, to fruition. We don't know which running back's going to be good, which running back's going to be bad. But we just have to kind of put all the pieces together and see what works. I mean, it is what it is at this point, right? But if you had to put some, you know, your chips all in, right now, Bashal Tootin is the one you might want to put all of your chips in. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit a subscribe button, right? We're pumping out so many videos right now in the off season. There's no such thing as a true off season here at the Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network. Become a part of the family, hit the subscribe button, guys. You'll be liking the content that we are putting out all the way up into the NFL draft, post NFL draft, helping you out with your rookie leagues, all your dynasty leagues, your redraft leagues. We got you all covered here on the channel. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this analysis of the NFL Combine? Do you agree? Do you not agree? What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments below. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.